As a predominantly production platform, V2 knows that most of the exciting things that happen in creative or artistic processes is not where the creative process materializes into work that is then exhibited in museums or in festivals, but is actually happening throughout the creative process and around these moments of experimentation. And that is why we've devised this curatorial format called 3x3 to put this experiment in, to give the experiment central stage and to invite a live audience into these exciting moments that all creative processes have inside themselves.
And this is actually the starting point for the next research that would lead to the next artwork. And it comes from realizing that there is an urgency to look at not just in theory how these relationships develop, but actually in practice. So what the task was that each one of us would assume or sharpen a role through which we observe these spaces, either the greenhouse or the Erasmus Medical Center. So we went to the greenhouse in Westland with a wonderful guide, Ad Verdown, and we were able to sort of observe the materiality and sort of the machines of these greenhouses and the specific conditions.
I ended up being a plant because I thought that's the most radical point of view I could take. So it's like an interesting thought experiment.
Took the perspective of a giant. So I decided I was at least 20 meters tall. So everything was like suddenly very small. And of course it was a bit hard because I constantly had to think about how everything would look from beneath.
I have a hard time seeing this because at the end of the day, for example, the ping pong player, they play against mechanical arms. They play against machines to get better. They play in the computer to get better reflexes and know when and how not to blink and all these yada yada. So like humans, we also get developed with care by machines in ways that none other human could.
And then in the third edition, we actually weren't successful in obtaining a guide similar to the greenhouses, but nevertheless we tried our best scraping the internet for information about Erasmus Medical Center and went to observe its publicly accessible spaces on our own.
I can't escape the feeling that what we are seeing here is something that we've seen in series and movies 25, 30 years ago, and we said to ourselves, oh, hospitals don't look like this, they'll never look like this, and then they look like this. Why do they look like airports? No, of course, this efficiency looks like a very reasonable explanation to me, but if I can go deeper into it, what is a terminal? What is an airport? It's a point of departure.
And that's the problem of the way we transition from the 20th century to the 21st century. We are transitioning with a very costly technology that doesn't serve the patient, but serves the customer.
So I think that actually as a performative action, as also a way of moderating debates, it's quite an effective and nice format which I would like to repeat again.